Reese Witherspoon ate snow. And the internet is losing their minds over it. But you know who isn't? This bee. I get it. People are writing in. They're like, it's gross. It's bacteria. It's like, I don't know. Her mom never screamed at her in the backyard when she was 7. But listen, I have seen some of you with my own 2 eyes order draft beer from interesting establishments when you know full well that I could recite this Reddit post to you from this guy who cleans beer lines and he's like, do not drink draft beer. Faucets that have never been taken off the shanks, encrusted with a plaster of dried beer, bacteria, and black mold. Like, let Reese live. And believe me, I'm like the last person to say this because you guys know I was blocked by Reese. Mostly because I brought up the time that she Karen'd harder than any Karen she has ever played when she got into the fight with the police officer who was arresting her husband for a DUI. So really and truly, I don't have a problem with Reese eating snow. Personally, I wouldn't eat snow. What I do have a problem with, though, is when I think I'm dealing with a little bit of a PR distraction. And you know, I don't know that you can draw a direct comparison, but I want to show you something that's circulating right now. And of course, it involves private equity. So at first I thought maybe Reese is an investor in the cold brew company that's in the TikTok video or Instagram video. She's not from what I can find. So this morning I woke up with more resolve than ever and I was like, I'm going to figure out what's going on here. Because if you Google Reese Witherspoon right now, you're going to get hundreds of articles about this woman eating snow. And here's what I think is happening. Now, it's still award season, so to quote me talking about Food God, Reese still needs to keep showing up and showing out. And she's been doing like a really good job of like bringing her kids on the red carpet. I think that's nice, whatever. And that's also helping a little bit with the fact that, you know, Reese has gone through this really big divorce. So it makes like the red carpet sort of stories a little bit, I think, easier. So you're going to say, well, then Meredith, she doesn't need Snowgate. But maybe she does. Because here's the deal. Reese sold Hello Sunshine in 2021 to Candle Media, which is a Blackstone-backed media company. Yes, this Blackstone, the terrible Blackstone that is like taking over all these apartment complexes and raising rents and making it so that, like, you know, people don't get maintenance done, that Blackstone. And she also sold her clothing company, Draper James, a majority stake in it, to a bunch of guys that look like this. And Candle Media, the company that she sold Hello Sunshine to, she does still serve on the board there. So it is still tied to her name, right? It does, and she oversees day-to-day operations, all this kind of stuff. But she sold it to a couple of dudes. Here's this article from September of 2022 that brags about how, you know, she's doing fine without the boys club. Well, she sold everything to the boys club, okay? And this article from last night details how poorly Hello Sunshine Productions Company's profits are right now. Now they're saying it's because of, you know, the strikes, etc. This article details how Candle Media is seeking debt relief, which is kind of like one of those earmarks that we see of private equity. And Bloomberg is reporting that because Candle took on such a big load of acquisitions, and those acquisitions, like Hello Sunshine, have not produced enough, they're in all this debt. Now, is this Reese Witherspoon's fault? No, not necessarily. But when you sell to private equity, when you sell to a Blackstone-backed company, I believe, it is my personal opinion, you're kind of making a deal with the devil. And listen, I don't have the statistics, but I would argue that the repercussions of private equity are a lot more damaging than eating a cup of snow.